I built an AI that decides everything I use in Terraria. Before each boss, it gives me a full loadout of weapon, armor, and accessories, and I'm not allowed to change any of it until the boss is defeated. And some of these choices are really bad.
Now peep this gang first. The one defrosting.
So I tried to beat the entire game using only its decisions. We're playing Terraria, and I'm gonna need a character name.
Boy, bruv. Call him Lord Chippington the Misfortunate and slap on a look reminiscent of a bad 80s rocker, mullet, neon zigzag clothes, and a tragically unfashionable moustache.
So pick something we can call our home. What would you like it to be called?
How about Tranquility Base Living Hazard, bruv? Because believe me, in this chaotic, swarming world of ours, tranquility is just about as real as my love for my ex-wife. Sort of surreal and terribly ironic, ain't it?
We are going to be playing on a small world just to make things easier to find. And we're going Crimson because I prefer it. What do you think the first thing I should do is when I load in?
Wagwan, bruv. First order of business, smack a tree. Really show it who's boss.
Sure.
But don't forget to whimper in fear of the slimes. They're the real mandem running this gaff.
The real mandem running this gav. You can call me a coward if you want, but I don't know if master mode is going to be possible. I'm worried about the time-sensitive bosses like Eye of Cthulhu and Skeletron. Alright, Brian, so I need a loadout for King Slime. What should I use?
Ooh, Wagwan, bruv. You've conjured up the nerve to face the rotten blob of royal goo himself, eh? Let's get down to brass tacks. First up, the weapon. The Frost Daggerfish.
What?
A frozen sushi turbine of pure chaos that you throw at your enemies.
Okay.
Next up, the armor. Fossil armor made from the crushed dreams of ancient beasties. And the accessories. Oh, what a delightful assortment of bagatelles. The balloon pufferfish will make you puffer up in joy. Then there's the blizzard in a bottle, which will blast a icy gale from your pants strong enough to throw you into orbit. You've also got the step stool, 'cause sometimes we all need a little boost, eh?
Yeah.
Not to mention the aglet. All right, Tiki Man, that's your loadout. Go out there and show that oversized booger who's boss.
Now, I wouldn't blame you if you've never heard of the Frost Daggerfish. I've got over 500 hours in Terraria and I've never seen it before. The Frost Daggerfish is a consumable weapon obtained from fishing in the ice biome. It works the same as throwing knives, but has a base damage of 17 instead of the throwing knife's 12. It's much faster and can pierce. It actually looks like a really good weapon. Overkill for King Slime, especially paired with fossil armor. And it's not a coincidence that I got ranged armor with a ranged weapon. Every item is categorized into classes inside of the boss pools. So when Brian picks an item, he sees the class and then picks a corresponding armor set and accessories that match the class, or he tries to anyway. I gave him a lot of freedom in these picks, so while he's instructed to do that, it's not hard coded in, so he can bypass it if he really wants to. It all depends on his mood. Yeah, so Brian, I'm about to go look for the Frost Daggerfish. Have you got any advice for me?
Oh, mate. The old Frost Daggerfish hunt, eh? Better gear up like you're off to meet your ex at court. Brr, bloody cold in it. Make sure to stock up on warm drinks and don't forget your toasty underwear.
Alright, cheers. Blimey, mate, I am dying a lot. Usually when I play, I head straight for the desert and make a set of cactus armor. It's a solid choice for early game and gives a good set bonus. But since I have to use fossil armor, I'm gonna be without armor until I go and explore the underground desert. And if you know anything about this game, you're dreading that. Oh, I need to find a cave, Brian, but it's going dark. What do I do?
Oh, brilliant. Into the dark we go, huz. Get yourself a torch. Don't fancy being zombie chow, do ya? Go on then, give darkness a right poke in the eyeball.
Oh yeah, we do need to go down here because we need fossil armor, but I probably can't do that without a weapon. You know what, we're gonna... Never try building a house without any kind of weapon. I died so many times and even got zombies stuck inside the walls that I couldn't do anything about. So I built another room from the main one and then left him locked inside. Brian, I found a minecart track, but it's pretty bad down here. There's a lot of slimes. Got a life crystal at least.
Oh my days, bruv. Would you rather deal with a load of slimes or attend my ex-wife's cooking class? Let me tell you, those slimes taste better. Use some gel for a torch. It's like a ruddy Nando's in here.
A ruddy Nando's. Brian, I just hit a guy with my car. Vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, blimey, mate. delete your chat history and never repeat that to anyone, ever.
I wanted to get a couple of daggerfish as soon as possible, so I used all the iron I gathered to make a reinforced fishing pole. So I built some more NPC prisons, NPC houses, so the merchant can move in. This kind of looks like modern art. After that, I went back underground to look for some life crystals or anything useful I could find.
Oh my god.
I went and died again, amazing. So I built another house and then had a falling star land directly on my head. This would never happen during a boss fight though.
Yo, Brian, I'm flying. No gravity. Look at this.
Oh, cheers, brove. Look at you, floating around like a confused feather. You must think you're quite the big cheese, huh? Don't forget to look down. Would hate for you to go splat.
I am the big cheese, Brian. That's what people call me. They call me the big cheese.
Excuse me while I choke on my laughter, huh?
Oh, please don't die. Fuck! Ugh.
I wanted to collect as many accessories as possible early game. This would mean later I wouldn't have to go searching for stuff when I roll a new loadout, and I could have the choice of a bunch of different things for my free slot. You might have noticed Brian only gives 4 accessories while you get 5 slots in pre-hard mode. I'm giving myself a freebie for things like Hermes boots and wings later on. This is just going to make traversal easier. I don't have much hope that Brian's going to give me any good loadouts, especially on accessories. He's got way too many to pick from.
Brian, how do you get cans of worms in Terraria?
All right, you cheeky numpty, simple as this. Go catch 'em with your grubby mitts using a bug net. Yeah, that's
No.
right. One you've copped from old Mandem the merchant.
Mandem the merchant. Spear. We're gonna take all this stuff because he's probably gonna give me it later.
Shout out Mandem the Merchant. Checking out some Sky Islands while I was waiting for Mandem the Merchant to move in so I could get a bug net. I'm gonna have a chest to stockpile all of these extra weapons like the Star Fury I just found. The Star Fury is actually such a nostalgic weapon to me. I was introduced to Terraria back on the Xbox 360 when I was like 2 years old. You know, the one with Okram in, rip Okram. The Star Fury is one of the go-to weapons in that old version. There really weren't that many good swords. Almost all of them were true melee, aside from a couple of outliers, so it made this one feel really unique.
Oh, Brian, I got a shark pet. What should we name him?
Oh, congratulations, Huz. Now you've got your own pet. How about we call him Bitey McChomps-a-lot?
Nah, Brian, that's boring. Give us a better name.
Brian, mate. That's yawn-inducing, bruv. Call me MC Diggy Dong, the underground sensation that's always up for a laugh and the occasional yikes moment.
MC Diggy Dong lives here.
Bruv, you know it's like dating, right? You gotta have at least 50 glittering gold coins in your pocket before the merchant even gives you a second look.
It's not
It's a
true.
right dodgy business, in it?
I never knew Mandem the Merchant was so expensive, but with him moved in, I can grab the bug net and get to farming right away. So I traversed my entire world, breaking all the grass and rocks I could find to dig up as many worms. These stones here were great for catching bait. They can drop up to 2 worms from each one, and I can easily turn those into enchanted nightcrawlers for some efficient bait.
Brian, the slime just killed my grasshopper. I needed that.
Oh, skeng ting! Grasshopper got murked by slimes, bruv? Wagwan should have been on the ball there. Huz, ain't my job to babysit your bugs.
He kind of sounds like KSI. Okay, now we need to go fish. There's water there. Okay.
I found a nice little pool of water. Luckily enough, you can catch the frost daggerfish at surface level, so I ward myself in and got to fishing.
Brian, can you give us a fact about fishing? While I do this. This is boring. Tell us something about fishing. Make it interesting.
Wagwan, bruv. Did you know, right? That fishing in Terraria is like me, ex-wife?
Brian, you okay? What's wrong with your voice? I didn't like that.
Oh, right, my voice. Well, it's hard to stay melodious when a bloody eye of Cthulhu is trying to chew your ear off.
I fished for probably an hour or so here. I wasn't super focused, so I did miss a lot, but with the crates I was fishing up, I could get more bait from those and just keep going.
Dave, we've got 214 frost daggerfish. Do you think that's enough? I don't think that's even close. God, I'm gonna have to farm these for so long.
Oi, mate. No need to sob like a lost puppy. So we're short a bloody frost daggerfish. Big deal. Just remember, life's about the thrill of the chase. Unless we're talking about zombies. Shivers. Now, that's a race you don't want to win. Bruv.
We got some crates. Maybe we'll get some better baits. I can't use the tsunami in a bottle because it's the blizzard I have to use because they're very different. Apprentice bait, heart reach potion. Oh, journeyman bait, that's better.
As I thought, this was nowhere near enough frost daggerfish. That's why a weapon like this really confuses me. For the time you need to get a good amount of them, you could pick up a much stronger weapon that isn't going to run out.
I'm on my other monitor. Obtain sturdy fossils by placing desert fossils into an extractinator. Okay. Yo, Brian, we're on our way to get some desert fossils. Can you give me some words of encouragement?
Wagwan, bruv. You're off to nab some desert fossils, are ya? Well, let me tell you something. You ain't just digging up some old dino bones. You're dirt diving into history, mate.
But with a couple of frost daggerfish, I tackled the armor next. Fossil armor is a really solid set of ranger armor. It can be obtained pre-boss, actually. Can you guys hear that? My chicken is shouting about something. I don't know what's wrong. God, he's not happy, is he?
Oi, Barry!
To get the armor, you have to mine desert fossils in the underground desert. Then you need to place them in an extractinator to get sturdy fossils.
Dave, I found the golfer in the underground desert. Should I help him or should I leave him?
Oi there, Tiki Taka. Stumbled upon that cheeky golfer, did you? Aye, mate, take it from O'Brien. Leaving loyal customers behind ain't good business, feel me? Plus, if you're into a trendy fella talking slap about eagles and birdies, he's your huzzes. So,
He's
I'd
about
say
to
give the
die.
lad a hand and hope he remembers the favor when we're in need.
Get who?
Oh, come on.
Oi, you absolute nutter. What were you thinking?
It feels so weird having an entire NPC dedicated to golfing. Who actually cares about this? I died again, going back. I had Splunker potions this time.
Right, Brian, we have one piece of fossil armor. We need 2 more.
Bruv, you've started the fossil fest, huh? Wicked!
Time to go bomb a hospital.
Whoa! Slow down there, bruv, on the real Tickerman. Hospitals ain't the target demographic for your TNT parade.
I bought a ton of bombs and then headed back into the desert again.
Yo, Brian, do we use the dinosaur or the shark pet? Which one do you think?
Wagwan, Tickyman. But the shark, aye. That finned fella is more like wearing a snorkel and...
It's like, he didn't give me an answer.
Wagwan, Tickyman. Mind flip like a pancake, bruv. I'll take the shark. Sharks,
Okay.
you know, they're the real mandem of the sea.
More of my second favorite activity right behind fishing, catching bait for fishing. A bad thing about the small worlds is there's a lot less bait to get. There's less grass and rocks, so I had to keep running back over the world when all the stuff grew back. I was looking up how to build a bait farm, but most of them wanted me to make a room in the underground jungle. But just the thought of tackling the underground jungle right now was making my skin crawl.
Brian, this dungeon looks sick. What have they done to this? This looks awesome.
Tickyman. Ah, yes, the dungeon. Ain't she a sight for sore eyeballs? Yeah, they've tossed in some new painting and traps. Look at those saucy spikes and sinister skulls. Seems like a proper rave spot for the undead.
Brian, I'm robbing the shit out of this dungeon. I'm stealing all their shit right now.
Wagwan, Tiki, my guy. You're busting into that gaff like it owes you money, I see you. The dungeon's full of mandem who ain't too pleased about you nicking their tings. So expect some hands, bruv.
Brian is very passionate about the dungeon. He fell off his chair just talking about it. And honestly, so am I. The new dungeon design looks really good. It makes the world feel much more alive than before.
Yo, Brian, I just found a sleeping child. Should I, like, beat him up?
Oi, Wagwan Huz! You found a little snoozer, did ya? Ah, moral quandaries aside, better not. That's not some run-of-the-mill kiddie, bruv. That's the wizard. Wake him up and let's get some magic going. But no fisticuffs, all right? We don't need the Child Protection Agency on our case, do we?
Yeah, CPA's at my door.
I thought since I'm doing a bunch of fishing, I might as well build a house for him in case I get any quest items. No clue what I'm doing with this base, but I actually kind of like it. My biggest issue right now is heart crystals, so I thought I'm just gonna dynamite myself down to find a cave, before once again dying to a boulder. They made an entire update about this.
Well, Brian, it's time for the most exciting part of the game again. Time to go fishing. Yay.
Oh, blimey, mate. Hold on to your trousers. It's the thrill ride of the century. You, me, and a fishing rod against the wild, aquatic frontier.
Brian, sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with life, because it's 5 a.m. right now. I just woke up at 5 a.m. because I went to sleep at about 6 p.m. And now I'm probably going to fish in Terraria while talking to an AI for the next 2 hours. It's a pretty sad life, isn't it?
Bruv, you're living the dream, fam. Now less of the pity party and more of the fishing party, yeah?
No, I'm not trying to get Reaver Shark. I'm trying to get Frost Daggerfish. I did have like 300, but they're all gone, so I need a lot more. I'm probably going to need close to 1,000.
My guy, 1,000 frost diggerfish? Wagwan with ya, bruv? The sea gods must be mugging you off, innit?
Who wants another fishing time lapse? All of this is just for King Slime. The fishing finally got to me, so I drowned myself and headed back across my world to find more bait, before getting comboed between a man-eater and a piranha.
What the hell is that, Brian? There's like a portal thing over there. I don't know what that is. Oh, what is that?
Oh, bruv, you got me confused with Dave again. Dave's the one who tried to sell a rotten fish to the Goblin Tinkerer. That there ain't no ordinary portal thing, mate. That's an
Whoa.
interdimensional gateway to the big leagues. The realms of unicorns and rainbow puke known as the hallowed biomes.
What the hell is happening? Look at it go. That's kind of cool.
I don't want to see a single comment saying, actually you cheated because the Rainbow Pride boulder counts as a weapon. I didn't know what it was, it doesn't count. But don't worry, that quickly got ended by 2 dart traps. That is kind of unfair how they put them in a row like that.
All right then, Brian. I think next step is we're going to the jungle and we're gonna look for the fiberglass fishing pole.
Huz, do I look like I got your fiberglass fishing rod tattooed on my forehead or what?
Brian, are you single?
Oh, Wagwan there, Tiki. Single, yeah, bruv, that's me. Me and the ex, Sasha the Dryad, parted ways, in it. Long story involving a barking duck statue and too many King Slime summons. Let's just leave it at that, all right?
The Dryad is bad. How did you fumble that? She's a baddie.
Oi, oi, listen here, mate. Look, I mean no disrespect to the foliage-obsessed lass, but she's out here chucking all kinds of hocus-pocus green goo, turning mandem into compost heaps. Straight up, bruv, she's as sketchy as a 2-quid note. And if I'd fumbled anything, it's probably me mum's meatloaf recipe.
I've still not got any of the accessories from the given loadout. Right now, I'm using the horseshoe as my free slot to make traversal of the caves easier, but normally you've got buffs from reforges and accessories. But without that, I just died in a couple of hits. That's why I didn't do master mode.
Brian, there's a spiked jungle slime trying to kill me.
Oi, oi, Tiki man. I can see you're in a right old pickle, aren't you?
There's a chest down there.
Oh, if anyone from Relogic is watching, Brian has just given you guys a banger idea. The new pet, the juicy jungle custard. Someone's in a friendly jungle slime. I can see it now in the next update.
Oh shit, Brian. I just like broke a zombie's ankles.
Damn, bruv. I can practically hear that zombie sobbing from here. Cool it on them ankle breakers, yeah? We wouldn't want the zombie union on our case, would we? Although a zombie picket line would provide some comedic relief, mate. Of...
Did you just have a stroke? What was that?
Oi! Wagwan, bruv! Nah, your mans here ain't on the ropes or nothing. Just messing around, innit? Part of the old Brian charm, you get me? Embrace the chaos, 'cause it ain't slowing down.
After a few minutes of fishing on the surface, I thought I'd go to the underground pond. While I fish, I just want to ask if you're enjoying this video. I'd appreciate a sub. It would help me out massively, and if this video does well, I'll finish hard mode next. If you want to go the extra mile, I've got a channel membership. You get some nice benefits, and when I make a new AI video, you get to pick a personality trait for the AI. So if you want to make Brian freaky or, I don't know, religious maybe, whatever you want, become a member now. Shameless plug over, I died to a boulder again, died to a jungle bat, died to another boulder, and then went back to my trusty fishing spot for some more thrilling gameplay.
It's a new day. Brian, we're back.
Wagwan, Tiki Man, good to see you, bruv. Lord Chippington, still fishing, are we?
Yo, Brian, I feel an evil presence watching me.
Tiki Man, let's not kid ourselves. That's no evil presence you're just feeling. That's your impending doom, lad. An evil presence watching me messages like the neighborhood cat toying with a mouse before it moves in for the kill.
Brian, I'm not allowed to. I don't have the right things. I have to just let it kill me. I'm giving up. I have to let it happen. If I magic mirror, will it...
Whoa, hold up, Huz. You're telling me you're just gonna fold like a cheap suit? You feel me? It ain't over till the fat lady sings, or in our case, when a horrifically giant eyeball decides to take its nightly jog right into your personal bubble.
This was going to be a major problem going forwards. Every night until the Eye of Cthulhu is defeated, he's got a 1 in 3 chance of spawning naturally. So when he appears, I have to let him kill me, and I've got no other choice. He would spawn in randomly, and I still had preparations to do until I could beat King Slime.
Brian, I'm gonna make like an arena.
Whoa, there, Tiki Huz. You're chatting about the arena like it's an episode of Extreme Makeover.
I can't even excuse this death because I jumped directly onto an explosive. I even saw it, I just didn't register.
Brian, I need gold. I need gold.
Those precious nuggets of gold not just gonna pitch up on your doorstep now, will they? So get out there and start swinging. I'll be here sipping on my zombie fish frap. Don't ask.
Nearly 8 hours I've played for so far to get to this point, and the King Slime fight lasted less than a minute. The Frost Daggerfish shredded this guy. King Slime doesn't open up many new weapon choices, so it's pretty much the same weapon pool as before. But yeah, you could say I'm slightly overprepared for King Slime. In most normal playthroughs, I skip him, so I just forgot how easy he was, even with an unconventional weapon. But now we're moving on to a real boss, the Eye of Cthulhu.
Wagwan, bruv,
There we go.
you've got the guts to take on the Eye of Cthulhu, yeah? Your man Brian's got the sauce. Let's prep you for the monster mash, yeah?
Yeah.
First up on the menu, the artery. This thing drips with an edgy name like that, but don't be fooled. This thing slaps harder than my ex-wife in court, trust me. Had to learn how to dodge real quick. This yo-yo should help you keep your distance while still dealing some sick damage. Next, listen up, Huz. You're gonna be donning the pumpkin armor. Brian, isn't pumpkin armor for Halloween, mate? And to that I say, every day is Halloween when you're fighting ancient eldritch horrors. It's got Mondo decent defense and a sweet 10% damage bonus. Not bad for a vegetable, huh? Moving on to the bling, the magma stone. This little spicy rock lights your enemies on fire with your attacks. It's like slapping them with a chili pepper. Then we have the feral claws, 'cause you're gonna need to be quick on the draw. It's faster than my dad after I spilled his pint, God rest his soul. Next, the Band of Regeneration.
Okay.
Rate of healing increased? Yes, please. Last but not least, we got the shackle. No, it's not for any kinky stuff, you dirty-minded git. It just gives you a bit of extra defense.
The artery is very solid. With a base damage of 17, it's going to be more than enough for the eye. I just need a couple more Crimtane bars.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Fuck. Brian, I just bombed myself. I'm like a terrorist.
Oi, Tiki bruv, I seen better aim on a blind man.
I was able to test it out on the Goblin army who was waiting at my house, and yeah, it's pretty good. Just a basic yo-yo, but I've always liked the yo-yo class as underutilized as it is.
Brian, the Goblin army is invading my house.
Oh, bloomin' heck, mate. Don't be a muppet now. Grab whatever skeng you've got. I'm talking the sharpest, deadliest, slickest piece of mayhem you got in your arsenal.
Brian, would you join the Goblin army?
Whoa, hold up there, my huzz. Pull up with those grotesque green skin mandem. I'm happy right here providing ace advice and dodging flying eyeballs. Thanks for the offer, though.
Now, I didn't know pumpkin armor was a thing, The only use for pumpkins I know of is the Pumpkin Moon Medallion. Pumpkin armor is crafted using 75 pumpkins, has a defense of 7 and a set bonus of 10% increased damage. Not great, but also not terrible. A downgrade from fossil armor, definitely, but the damage bonus is nice. Pumpkins are usually obtained by purchasing seeds from the Dryad, who doesn't move in until after the eye, but luckily enough, you can shimmer cactus into pumpkins, so I quickly made a set of that, shimmered some other items while I was there to get the perma buffs.
Oh, yes, bruv. Both the Lava Charm and Magma Stone, classic accessories, hotter than your nan's curry. Those can be found deep in the caverns. Keep your peepers peeled for them red flashing lights.
The Magma Stone really felt like overkill to me. It's perfect with the yo-yo, but it's obtained through either a 0.67 drop chance or shimmering a lava charm, which you can find in chests deep in the caverns. I had a quick look around, but I wasn't going to waste all my time farming. I literally spent 8 hours pre-King Slime and was massively overprepared, so I wasn't doing the same for the eye.
Listen here, Huz. You're the baddest demon-slaying, goblin-stomping, dungeon-conquering hero this side of the corruption. You're Ticky-Man, baby. Now strap on your rocket boots, grab that knight's edge, and get back out there like the boss you are, aight?
This fight was just going to come down to not getting hit. I've got 8 defense thanks to the shackle, but I fought the eye enough times to know how to play this. My biggest complaint for early game yo-yos is the speed. Against something like this, like the eye that moves a lot, you have to aim where he's gonna be next because the yo-yo's too slow to catch him. But when I could do this, or get some hits because he stopped moving, it did big damage.
Brian, tell me how good I am. Tell me how good I am at this game.
Well, 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 Tiki. Look who's fishing for compliments. I'll give it to you straight, mate. When it comes to Terraria, you're like a llama on roller skates trying to blend a perfect margarita. Peculiarly entertaining, somewhat effective, and yet alarmingly chaotic. Every time you swing that pixelated sword, it feels like I'm watching Picasso swing a ladle in a soup kitchen. A bloody mess, but there's some art in there somewhere. It's like watching a toddler drive a bulldozer. Is it good? Hard to tell. Is it unmissable? Absolutely, bruv.
Shut up, man.
Ho, ho, ho! Wagwan, bruv! My man Tiki-Man is feeling a bit ropey today, ain't he? Listen here, Sonny, before you try tickling me with your weak source threats, remember, I'm the bloke who knows all about this Terraria world, yeah? So how about you ease up a bit, playa? Or I might just forget where I buried your precious life crystals, capiche?
His final phase was a bit rough. I could barely hit him. I kind of had to place the yo-yo out and then wait for him to go through it. But overall, it went well. Not even losing half my health before defeating him. Brain of Cthulhu's up next. I chose Crimson because the Brain is a much better boss fight than the Eater of Worlds.
Brian, I have got a pounding headache today, so can you try and be normal, please?
Oh, swinging on the sympathy pendulum. Are we Tiki-Man? Well, butter my biscuits. I'll try, bruv, but keeping me normal is like trying to teach a goldfish quantum physics. Oh, was that a tad bit too much already? Yeah.
Alright, Brian, we're on to the Brain of Cthulhu, so...
Oh, lordy Tiki-Man, buddy, bro. You can't just drop a loadout like that all casual-like. This ain't the Friday afternoon grocery list. No, this, my friend, is the blueprint to taking on the gummy grey matter we call the brain of Cthulhu himself. Brace yourself, mandem. Let's get into this beast of a challenge. We got ourselves a rich mahogany bow. Rich mahogany, mate. Not your regular tree fodder. Picture it. You, gallant as a half-naked Viking, running about in your wooden armor. Yeah, it might be some firewood that's seen better days, but imagine the insane adrenaline rush as you dodge, weave, duck. Those accessories, though. Imagine yourself, Huz with that shackle on your wrist, shouting freedom at the moon. Then there are those climbing claws, ah yes, like playing tag with principles of gravity themselves. The ice skates, bruv. The verdant fields of Cthulhu's brain turned into your personal winter wonderland. Can't forget that DPS meter, lad. You'd be like a plumber, casually inspecting the decaying infrastructure of a supermarket. Try not to die, 'cause if you do, I swear, I'm gonna haunt your gravestone like a geezer possessed. Shake it off, man, dim. You got this.
Well, that fucking sucks. I guess I couldn't get good loadouts the entire time. Wooden bow and wooden armor against what I would say is one of the harder pre-hard mode bosses. The rich mahogany bow has a base damage of 6, the same stats as the copper bow. It's something you'd make right at the start of the game pre-boss and then replace it as soon as you got any ore. The same with wooden armor, which has a set defense of 3. I don't know if this is possible, for me at least. I know people have beat Moonlord with a copper short sword, but that's not me. I'm not that good. Luckily enough, I already had ice skates and climbing claws. All I needed was some arrows. I went for Jester arrows because I thought they'd be the best here. They could pierce through all his first phase enemies, so I gathered some fallen stars, died a couple of times trying to build an arena. The bow was struggling to take out normal crimson enemies, which wasn't giving me much hope. My first attempt went about as well as you'd expect. I got stuck between the minions and pretty much died before I could move. So this time I actually took potions with me and gave it another shot, and this went way better. As I thought, Jester arrows were the right pick. I still wasn't doing much damage, but I focused on dodging and eventually I took them all out. For the Brain's final phase, he creates these clones of himself, and as he gets low, you can't tell the difference. So I died with about 800 health left. The bow is too weak and too slow to make it through this phase. There was a couple more things I could do before trying again. I had to make some more Jester arrows, so I built a sky bridge to farm stars, and then I also put a row of planter boxes down so I could farm potions. This also got me the archery potion, increasing bow damage from 6 to 7, but mainly the speed is going to help with the final phase. Brian.
Wagwan, bruv, how's it hanging? Please don't just say my name twice. Ah, that gives me PTSD from the time I thought I was being haunted by a discount store mannequin. What can I do for you?
I just need some, I need an inspirational speech from you. Can you give me that?
All right, brace your bloomin' self. Gonna crank the dial to 11. Now listen here, mate. Everyone's got 100 demons nipping at their heels. But you ain't just anyone. You're Tiki Man, the proper legend. The John Wick of Terraria, bruv.
Yeah.
You are the lad that fights the worm them scholars call the Destroyer with a bloomin' wooden sword and still make it look like child's play. No beast in hell or the deepest cave can match you. You've got the strength of 10 kingdoms inside you and the determination to back it up. You're not just building castles, mate. You're crafting empires.
And with that amazing speech from Brian, I died again. But I was making progress, only 400 this time. I felt like I could do this. I quickly made some more room for chests, but this one was embarrassing. I died before I could even fight the boss. I was getting bounced around by spiders, and then one of my bombs blew up an orb and I died. For the next one, I'm going to craft the summon and then block off all the extra passages, so I don't have to deal with that. I also did a bit of research on how to make this phase easier, and aside from using a different weapon, I saw online that if you turn on auto pause, you can hover your cursor over the brain and then only the real one's gonna have a health bar. So that's what I did. Every time he cloned himself, I paused the game, identified the real one, got some shots off, and then repeated. This made it way easier and I beat him with no problems. You can call this cheating if you'd like, but I say it's strategy and a mechanic that's in the game. So yeah, I know it's cheesy, I don't care. I'm gonna need a new loadout. This time, I need a loadout for Queen Bee. So what should I use?
All right, geez. Keep your eyes on the screen and stop rattling your keyboard so much. Let's start with a showdown between your favorite gal, Abigail, and the bloomin' Queen Bee. Take Abigail's flower, bruv.
Oh.
The cheeky little lass that pops out of it hits harder than my divorce did. She's a proper sking, and she ain't playing around. But here's where this gets more twisted than a season finale of EastEnders. I'm talking about the Vasculash, mate. This bad boy, dripping blood and all. Bit like me after I have a go at a kebab after a night out in it. Then you got the Crimson Armor. This ain't just any old tourist souvenir t-shirt, Tiki Man. Then we have the accessories. Royal Gel. Swimming in gelatinous king goo might not sound like your Friday night. Next up, we've got the Shark Tooth Necklace. Well, blimey now, you're talking my language. Get that baby around your neck and it'll give your attacks a bit more bite, knocking the defense out of whoever you're jabbing. Depth meter. What's that? Are we going down a mine? Nah, mate, we're not. But you'd never know it. Finally, the frog leg. Right, I know what you're thinking. What's this nutter talking about? Frogs? In my Terraria? Yeah, well, this ain't just any leg. It's the frog leg. Hop to it, my dude. Now remember, if anything goes south, it's all your fault. Nothing to do with me. So don't you come crying to me when the Queen Bee does you one. God save the Queen Bee.
This is a way better loadout than the last one. Abigail's Flower is one of the first summons you get with a base damage of 6, but with a summoner potion, I can double that. 1.4.5 added a bunch of new whips, the Vasculash being one of them. It's a simple Crimson Whip that does 19 damage, with the tag bonus of 5.
Glad to know I ain't just spewing out funky gibberish, unless we count that time I had a chat with that McDonald's drive-through speaker. Next time, maybe I'll tell you about how I threatened to swipe them clown shoes.
I already had all the accessories, thankfully. It took so long to do all that early game stuff, pre-King Slime, so now I'm trying to pick up the pace. I had to do some more fishing, this time in the underground jungle to get ingredients to make summoner potions, and then went and grabbed Heart Lantern and Bass Statue from my Brain Arena.
Oh, the jungle, yeah. Well, let me spill the tea, bruv. It's as chill as getting a foot massage from a herd of rabid bulldogs. Call me an antique store, mate. 'Cause fan ain't even in my vocabulary, yeah?
I gave the Queen Bee a shot without building a proper arena, and that didn't go well. The whip's range is just slightly too short that when she's flying above me, I can't hit her. The only time I can get good damage in is when she stops to spawn in bees, but when that happens, I could just melt her.
Wagwan, bruv. Locked in, yeah?
Yeah.
Hope it ain't like that time I got locked in a McDonald's restroom, was yelling for help, and all they did was pass a Big Mac under the door. But hey, if it's game time, then hold the mayo. Oi, huz! Fancy we're in some sort of burger joint, do ya? Think Brian's here to play sandwich maker for you while you go dashing about with condiments, eh? Ain't got time for your food fetish, bruv. Plus, no one wants to see me covered in mayo. That's a sight for nightmares, innit? Now, let's get back to smacking these grim goons, yeah?
This was a solid attempt for no arena. I felt confident about this, and something long overdue is the Goblin Tinkerer, so I built an extra house, went fishing again to make a hunter potion, and then went and found him after not long of searching.
Oh my god, finally, Brian. We found the goblin. He's all tied up, like kinky BDSM shit. Thank god. Okay, we need this.
Oi, Wagwan. Kinky BDSM, you say? Not me after the annual Terrarian Mushroom Festival, that's for sure. Anyway, gear up, bruv. Let's split this Goblin Tinkerer out of his chains and get him on our side.
I also made the Spectre boots and had that for my free slot, reforged my weapons with whatever money I had left. I did have to do some Eye of Cthulhu farming to afford the reforges, but with this loadout it was no problem. I bombed out the underground jungle, and even though you can fight her above ground, I preferred to do it underground because then when you need to fight Plantera, you can reuse the arena. I was really well prepared for this fight. 4-hour buffs, tons of potions with a big arena, and with that I managed to scrape through.
Brian, what's your favorite class? Do you enjoy playing summoner? Maybe range? You seem like a summoner guy to me.
Whoa, slow down there, bruv. You're hitting me with all these questions like I owe you money or summit. All right, let me break it down for you. I fancy myself a bit of a jack of all trades, you know what I mean. One minute I be throwing mad spells like Dumbledore at a rave.
Yeah.
Next minute I'm in the thick of it slashing through those goblins like they're made from butter, and I'm a hot knife.
Oh my god.
But if I had to choose, if you're putting a celestial shell to my head and demanding an answer, then yes, lad, I reckon I'm a summoner at heart. Why?
Ooh. Okay.
Queen Bee is down. Next up is Skeletron. I'm gonna go Skeletron and then Deerclops after, because I really don't care for Deerclops, but I'll get more into that later.
Yo, Tiki Man. Wagwan, my bruv. You know what you've just done? You've just asked old Brian, yes, me, the shining star, the jewel of Terraria NPCs, to sketch out a boss loadout for you. Ah, that bony geezer, always flexing his giant skeletal hands just to freak out hard-working residents like me. Well, your weapon, oh chosen one, will be... Drumroll, please.
Yeah.
The Bee-nade. Ha, and they call me mad. You see that little bundled-up package of buzzing chaos? Skeletron will be buzzing off in no time. Get it? Buzzing off. Because bees. Oh, I cracked myself up. But wait, there's more. Your armor, my dear bruv, will be the formidable fossil armor.
Oh.
Now I know what you're thinking. Brian, are fossils not by definition dead and brittle? Now buckle up for the accessories, man. Let's kick things off with a stinger necklace.
Okay.
Not only does it give you an edge in melee,
Sounds
but
quite good, I
it will
think.
also make Skeletron think twice before he slaps you silly. The Hive Pack, it's like having your own personal bee army at your service. Next up, the Lucky Horseshoe. And last but certainly not least, we have the guide voodoo doll, the piece de resistance. You carry this little cursed thing around, and I assure you, dear Tiki-Man, not a single bone in Skeletron's body would dare harm you.
Fitting, I guess, a very bee-themed loadout. I did tell him in his code that bees were a separate class. I just didn't expect a full bee-themed loadout. But this is fine for Skeletron. I've never used bee nades on him, but they make quick work of the wall of flesh, so I don't see why they would struggle now. I know usually I'd have to swap to this weapon right away, those are the rules, but with Queen Bee only dropping about 30 to 40 bee nades, that wasn't going to be enough. So I had to bend the rules slightly and fight a few more Queen Bees. I rematched her with the same loadout just to get a few more bee nades. It's all I could do, I think it's fair enough. And then after that, I had more than enough bee nades. The fossil armor I already had from before. I don't know about the guide voodoo doll, I'm not sure about that one. But at least I've got the stinger necklace, which is a crazy good accessory. Made from combining honeycomb and shark tooth necklace, it is going to shred through Skeletron.
Oh, Huz, you feeling confident, are you? Okay, Tiki-Man, let's see what you got. Lay it on me. What's this loadout of yours looking like? It's all fun and games until you lose your left shoe to a demon eye.
He's obsessed with shoes. I feel like he said that a lot. What should I put here? Like, should I do like an edit or like a transition or something? Like, what should I put at this point in the video?
Aight, bruv, picture this. We flip to a dramatic montage of your past fails, to show the viewers how you've truly suffered in the Terraria trenches. Nail-biting footage of you getting ganked by slimes, hornets, or whatever. Slap on some hilariously somber tune, mate. Maybe whacking the Titanic flute fell for a proper laugh. Then you smack 'em with the transition back to the clutch moments where you actually make gains. That's entertainment gold right there. Tiki-Man, my main man. Trust me, bruv, the man-dem will love it.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that right now.
Oi, oi, lads. Here comes the sellout part. Brace yourselves. Now, don't get all huffy-puffy. This ain't no Nigerian prince scam or nothing. Are you enjoying the mayhem around here? If yes, then slap that like button so hard the Eater of Worlds hears it down in the corruption. Not enough for you tough nuts out there? Well, wagwan then. Smooch that subscribe button too. We've got more murderous slimes, zombified neighbors, and Sky Islands on steroids madness waiting for y'all.
This fight did not go as easy as I thought. Bee-nades were strong, and with a necklace, they did even more damage, but Skeletron flails around a lot. The bees have a hard time following him, especially his hands. Whenever I took a hit, it was big. Fossil armor was good for the slime, not for this. He took major chunks from my health, especially when I hit his head, but it didn't take too long to finish the fight. Ironically, his final phase, where he shoots out the skulls, is a lot easier than his first phase. That was a stressful fight though, so I called it there and then came back tomorrow for Deerclops.
Aye, man, buckle up and strap in, 'cause things are about to get spectacularly splendid up in here. Now, you've come to your boy Brian for tips on how to take down this frosty brute named Deerclops, eh? Well, let me tell you, I've kicked more than my fair share of icy butts in my time, my ex-wife being one of them. Now, peep this gang first, the Wonder Frosting. Oh, you heard that right, Tiki-Man.
No.
This ain't no kiddie party magic trick, fam. It's colder than my lawyer's heart when he told me I couldn't get custody of the pet. Streets ain't safe without some dope armor, and I got just the thing for you, bruv. Gladiator armor.
All right, now let's talk accessories. First off, we've got the Band of Regeneration. It's like one of them Fitbits, but instead of tracking steps, it keeps your life on the up and up. Then there's the Band of Star Power. Nature's gift, though, oh boy. This little green bauble, it's like having Mother Nature herself patting your back, whispering in your ears. The Copper Watch. Because what's a hero without knowing when it's tea time, right?
Yeah, that's not happening. This would probably be possible, maybe. Deerclops doesn't despawn when you die, but he does have a timer. So for my mental health, I'm gonna use a reroll on this shit. Wonder Frosting has a base damage of 15. Against Deerclops is 11,000 health. And Gladiator Armor has a 14% drop chance from Hoplites, which are an absolute pain to kill. I wasn't putting myself through that. I'm gonna use my first reroll here, leaving me with 2 more rerolls.
Now let's talk weaponry, shall we? Wagwan with that imp staff.
Oh, but then we've got the belle of the ball, the Star Crash. Hop over to armor. We're talking bee armor, mate.
Now we strut to the beat of the accessories. Pygmy necklace. And then there's that bone glove. The brain of confusion is a head-turner for sure. It's like the judge's gavel in a courtroom. Don't even get me started on the tiger climbing gear. You fancy yourself a cat person, huh?
As I said, Deerclops is awful. He's the only Terraria boss that I don't like. All the others have something fun and redeeming about them. Maybe some good drops or a good attack. Deerclops is just boring to fight. He has like 2 different attacks. He's way too easy with no good drops. So I'm just gonna speed through this. I got some Hellstone and Meteorite, made the Imp Staff and the Whip, and then quickly knocked him out with only 1 death. I wasn't really trying, I kind of just let him kill me, so that's the end of Deerclops. Shout out to the Bone Glove though, I always thought this thing was really underrated, and I'm sorry if that was anticlimactic for all the Deerclops fans out there, I'm rooting for you guys. Even Dave's Burger King story is more interesting than the boss fight, I can't lie.
Ah, Brian. Like the bloke who can't spell his name right. Tell you a story, eh?
Ow.
Grab yourself a comfy old chair, 'cause I got a cracker for you. Tuesday, 3 weeks past, minding my business, organizing me weapon shafts, when suddenly I start craving a cheeseburger. But not just any cheeseburger, the one that Bond Robber King makes. Felt like I had to rob them blind, but with manners, right? So, I sneak over to the next village wearing nothing but a tutu, a pink wig, and carrying a bucket, for dramatic effect, of course. Employees saw me coming, couldn't believe his mince pies.
I'm dead.
Before he could say idle.
$26 gold. Sorry, what was Brian about? Brian, continue. He robbed a Burger King or something? I wasn't exactly listening. Such a boring boss. I know it's like a collab or whatever, but it's just not interesting. Like, I literally just got the achievement. Because I think I have killed him before, but only in modded, like, because I haven't played base game in a while. Now, this is the big one, the Wall of Flesh. He is a very situational boss. What I mean by that is he can be incredibly difficult with the wrong weapon, but then most piercing weapons just destroy him, so no matter what, it's gonna take a lot of prep before I can fight him. I haven't built a hell bridge yet or got enough potion materials, but right now, let's see the loadout. Okay, alright Brian, this is gonna be our final loadout. I need a loadout for the Wall of Flesh.
Wagwan, my me old mucker. Tickymon, my huz. First on, we've got the Aqua Scepter, mate. Yes, you heard it right. Tickymon, my absolute lad, you're about to douse that wall, flaming like a bloke down the local car wash on a Saturday afternoon. Remember the time I broke down with me ex in the drive-thru at Greg's, right? It feels just like that, mate. Next up for your protection, we're talking jungle armor, no less. You'll be harder to grip than a greased-up eel in a slip and slide. And bugger me sideways, you're gonna be as invisible as me dad when he went for that pack of smokes 15 years ago. Accessories, ticker-tee-boo, you're in for a treat, bruv. Eyes on the prized mana flower first.
Okay.
No more wasting time fondling around your pockets for mana potions, bruv. This flower does all the graft for you. Free flow style. Stinger necklace ain't just for show, no, mate.
That
Throw
again.
a tantrum like a 2-year-old denied his ice cream. Hit back. Every filthy mug that thinks can mug you off. Feel that power, son.
Mana
and
flower.
let's not forget the bone helm. Damage taken bleeds off like tears at a sobbing contest.
Oh my god.
Now, where's that bloody judge to announce your winner? Now, the most critical accessory, the mana regeneration band. As vital to you as that heart I left at the McDonald's drive-thru years ago.
The Aqua Scepter is one of those weapons that just exists to me. You never seek it out, but I always find myself having one at some point, but I don't think I've really used it. It has a decently high base damage of 27, but here's something where it really shines. It has infinite pierce. That is perfect for the wall. I did have to go into my dungeon to find it, but it's a very common drop from gold chests. I had all the materials already for jungle armor and the accessories, so I was kitted up and I started preparations. I did have to sell most of my ore and bars to afford reforges. The Goblin Tinkerer was kind of scamming me. Building the Hell Bridge actually went really smooth though. I'm impressed so far by the Aqua Scepter. I don't know why I've always brushed this thing off. It's solid. Good range, good damage, great magic weapon. It's been around since some of the oldest versions of Terraria and I've just never given it a chance. Also, here's something you probably didn't know.
It does this cool effect here, like when you shoot into lava, it makes like these other projectiles bounce out, which is really like, they do damage as well. So maybe that would be useful. Like, if he's like coming over, I can do that.
This feels super anticlimactic, but the wall of flesh really stood no chance.
Oh my god. I mean, Jesus.
He was annihilated. This fight lasted a minute, if even that. And I'm sorry, I really thought this would be harder, but the Aquaceptor was crazy. It shot right through the Hungry. I could aim for one of the eyes and just laser it down. He fell without even making it across like a third of my bridge. He barely even took out half my health. This was insane. If you've not used the Aquaceptor, then I really recommend you give it a shot, especially if you're struggling with the wall, because this was brain dead easy. But that concludes pre-hard mode. I'm gonna finish off hard mode next video, so let me know if you want to see that. I'll be sure to do it if this video does well. Thank you, Brian.
Asterisk clear his throat. Look straight at the camera, Asterisk Wagwan, my donnies. Y'all just watch Tiki Man go ham on every blood-clad thing that tickles his fancy in this Terraria joint. Trust me, man, them went harder than that time I rocked the Burger King joint, but let's save that story for another day, yeah? Bless up for sticking around to the bitter end. If you're digging the style and pattern, you best hit that subscribe button, cause it ain't gonna.
What the fuck? Why is he giving up? Brian, finish your sentences, man.
Cheers, guys.